So, Charlotte Mather, the first question I have for you is, Charlotte, please tell us where you were before you found the Coaching Masters.
It seems so long ago now, like a different life, a different world. But I was pretty miserable. People wouldn't have really guessed though, because, you know, I had kind of the trappings of a corporate career, 6-figure job, nice car, nice house, nice holidays. I was miserable, like so miserable. Wasn't happy with what I was doing. I was working around 70 hours a week. So although it looked like I was getting paid decent money, actually, when you look at it and divide it by the amount of hours I was working, it was a pittance. And I burnt out at least 3 times. I was exhausted. I've got 2 kids, got 2 dogs. I've got a busy life, working 70 hours a week. And I just wanted something different, but I didn't know then what it was. I didn't really know what it was. I was a little bit lost. I was working in corporate banking, selling software and data. It was so boring. It was so boring. And I knew I wanted to help people, but I wasn't sure how. I tried a few different things as well. I'd set up a few businesses. I'd done network marketing. I wasn't very good at it. I did semi-permanent makeup. I tattooed people's faces. I was a bit better at that. But it didn't fill me up with joy. I had a drop shipping shop. I tried so much to kind of gain the freedom that I was looking for, but it just wasn't working for me. It just wasn't working. I was pretty lost, to be honest.
Did you have any breakthrough moments or realizations that led you to wanting to make a change in your life?
I did, yes. I trained as a hypnotherapist first, and I was part of the Coaching Masters at that point, but I wasn't sure I wanted to be a coach. I was happy being a hypnotherapist. And it was probably something that Lewis said, because he's like the font of knowledge. And we've got this joke that he's always right. I'll tell him he's not numerous times, and I'll argue. And then I have to crawl back, eating humble pie, time and time again. You're right. You're right. That thing you said about I wouldn't enjoy this dream job in corporate, and even though I was, getting good money, and I'd be back in 3 months saying I need to do something different, and I was. So it wasn't an overnight thing. It was kind of a process I went through. So I really enjoyed helping people with the hypnotherapy. And then thankfully, I started doing the accreditation to become a coach, because I thought, you know what, that's going to help me with the hypnotherapy. This is going to be another tool I can use, but I was still very much I'm going to be a hypnotherapist, seeing people in my little therapy room. That's what I'm going to do. That's what's going to fill me up. And then we went into lockdown. And thankfully, I just completed the ultimate launch the month before lockdown started. So I had everything in place to go and pivot online straight away, even with my hypnotherapy. And I know a lot of my hypnotherapist colleagues really struggled throughout lockdown. They've struggled throughout this time. They even now are still not familiar with the tech. They don't feel comfortable working with people online. And I just feel so lucky. The timing was perfect that I could pivot straight into working online. So I think that was probably the biggest breakthrough. I'd done the accreditation, I'd done ultimate launch, and then we went into lockdown, and I thought, this is it. This is my time.
So a big question for you, Charlotte, and I'm looking forward to hearing this, because I see obviously your updates. I follow everything that you're doing, but I'm just looking forward to hearing it straight from you. What results have you had since working with TCM?
Okay. Last August, I quit my job. That was big. That was huge. That was really huge. And I quit my job, and I was earning 100 grand a year. But I kind of worked my finances out, and I said, I can quit my job and I can manage if I make about £1,500 a month. So, working really hard, I can probably do that. And at that point, I was still seeing people for hypnotherapy like 50 quid an hour, and I was working on my coaching business as well and seeing clients on a program basis. But very quickly, I've pivoted more into the online space. I don't see people at £50 an hour anymore. I focus solely on, I do hypno coaching, so I blend the hypnosis and the coaching together with the NLP. And last month, March, I did £14,000 in sales. And very quickly, I was hitting my target of the 1,500 like straight away, and then it's just kind of doubled each month. What are we now? 19th of April, and I'm on about 8k of sales now. And I did some little sums earlier actually. I got my calculator out, and I worked out that on the 100 grand a year job, which everyone thought I was crazy to leave, they thought I was absolutely insane to leave. 70 hours a week, I was earning £27 an hour. I earn 15 to 20 times that now, if you look at my, and I don't work a lot of hours. So I work 4 half days a week, and so you're very privileged today. It's my day off. I don't work Mondays because who likes the Monday feeling? And I earn 15 to 20 times the amount that I used to earn, and have to work a lot less. So just life-changing, mind-blowing.
So where do you think you'd be right now if you hadn't have invested with the Coaching Masters?
Gosh, I don't like to think really. I'd be stuck where I was. I don't think things would be any different. I'd be on to the next freedom-seeking scheme, looking for something else that's going to fulfill that void, I suppose. I'd definitely still be in my job because I felt like I called it the golden handcuffs. It was good money, company car, good pension. I literally felt like I was, what's the saying? It's like a bird in a gilded cage or something. I definitely felt like that. I felt trapped, absolutely trapped, and just I just felt in a really bad place, like there was no way out. And so I'd probably still be there, to be honest. I'd maybe just been looking for the next shiny thing that I thought was going to help, and I didn't realise that it was me, and the Coaching Masters helped me see that massively. Definitely. So thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So Charlotte, what's next for you and your coaching journey?
World domination. No. So next for me is I've dabbled in retreats in the past, and I love the idea of running retreats. So we're planning another retreat for this year, hopefully all being well later in the year, that's going to bring the coaching element, the hypno element into a whole kind of weekend for people, fully immersive. Ultimately, I'm saving up. I've just spent a fortune on my garden office, which is beautiful, but I want to live abroad, France or Spain, and own a retreat property and just live my dream all day, every day. So that's,
I love that. I love that. That's incredible. So lastly, Charlotte, last question. What would you say to anybody who is thinking about doing one of our courses here at TCM?
Do it. Absolutely. 100%. Even if you don't think that if you don't think it will work for you, it will. You put the work in, you follow the steps, you follow what the boys say is going to work, and it will. You might not want to, you might feel afraid, but the benefits at the end of it are just incredible. I wake up every day so happy. I drive around smiling like a loon. I'm sure people think I'm on something because I'm just always happy. I don't have those days anymore where I'm dreading the whole day. I look forward to it. And so, yeah, just do it. If there's even just an ounce of, there's one part of you that thinks this is for me, then just do it.